too hard, you ate too much, the cheesecake made you greedy.
Definitivamente, intencionalmente.
There's no way out.
Remember the feeling you had when you drew a bath, you sat down in the tub and let the warm water just wash away the cares of the day?
Here's no evil. Sees no evil. You know why? Because I walked through the valley of death. I am the toughest in the valley of death. That's why I'm not afraid. Because you're looking at the king, people. You're looking at the king.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. It's very dark, and you're very small. Who turned out the lights? I suppose you cannot see me either. All the better. Hello, and welcome to Good Night with Tommy Shenefield. I am Tommy Shenefield, and I hope that you are having a good night. This is Independent Radio, WVKR 91.3 FM, Poughkeepsie. Thank you for joining us, which is to say me, for the premiere episode of the show. It is both a talk show and a guided meditation. And of course, there will be much discussion of city maintenance updates. With luck, it might just put you to sleep. Later on in the program, we'll be going on a trip to the zoo. But for now, it is time to relax. Nighttime is a lot like daytime, except it's darker. Some people are asleep, while others are busy looking through telescopes. If you are standing, then I want you to sit down. If you are already seated, then lie down. If you are already lying down, well, then you are very lazy. Now I want you to close your eyes, unless you are driving a motor vehicle or operating a table saw. Whatever position your body and eyelids are in, I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in, then out. In and out once more. Take the next minute to think about something deeply. It could be world peace, or perhaps the ocean. Oh, you're still here? Good. Now I will be reading an article from the City of Poughkeepsie website titled Mayor Announces Major Funding Commitment to Parks. City of Poughkeepsie Mayor Rob Rollison today announced a $4 million commitment in investments to the city's parks. A blueprint that includes rebuilding and replacing aging equipment and making major upgrades at these vital green and recreational spaces. The newly enhanced PKGO Parks Plan will include American Rescue Plan funds approved by the federal government earlier this year. The city has received nearly $10 million as its first installment, and some of those funds will be used as revenue replacement to offset lost revenues attributable to the pandemic. Our parks are enjoyed by residents and visitors alike, said Mayor Rollison. They are crucial to improving the quality of life in the city and are used by everyone, from youth to seniors, as well as community organizations for uplifting events that connect people to this great city. The city is committed to seeing our parks continually be welcoming places where people can gather. The mayor also pointed out that the parks, including the pools at Pulaski and Spratt Parks, have seen an increase in use during the pandemic and are providing people with important outlets and reprieves during this difficult time. The city has 18 municipal parks, and they are in various states of condition. The city's parks infrastructure and enhancements plan has been developed with the assistance of New City Parks, an offspring of the Regional Plan Association. The plan consists of two types of improvements: park upgrades and large capital improvement projects. Park upgrades consist of small projects, such as repairs to existing playground equipment, additional lighting and tables and grills, and improvements to basketball courts. Large capital project items are more complex in nature and, as a result, will most likely require environmental reviews and regulatory permits, such as rail trail links and boat dock upgrades and shoreline stabilization at municipal waterfront parks, the mayor said. The city is already working with New City Parks and Scenic Hudson on vast improvements to Malcolm X and Pershing Avenue parks, and the city's additional financial commitment will provide upgrades to numerous other parks as well. A specific breakdown of the park improvements can be found on the City of Poughkeepsie website. Now, imagine that you are a radio show host who must read a PSA. You might say something along the lines of, State Department of Agriculture asking residents to help combat spotted lanternfly. With population spreading in New York City area, Department asks public to destroy or treat spotted lanternfly. The Department of Agriculture encourages residents to report new sightings outside of New York City only. The New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets, or AGM, is asking for the public's help in combating the spotted lanternfly, or SLF, an invasive pest from Asia. First found in New York City on Staten Island in August 2020, the population has now been observed in all New York City boroughs. Spotted lanternfly is a destructive pest that feeds on more than 70 plant species, including tree of heaven, and plants and crops that are critical to New York's agricultural economy, such as grape, vine, apple, trees, and hops. The New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets is asking residents to destroy spotted lanternfly adults. Adult spotted lanternfly are active from July to December. They are approximately 1 inch long and half an inch wide at rest, with eye-catching wings. Adults begin laying eggs in September. For residents living outside of New York City, the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets urges New Yorkers to report sightings of the spotted lanternfly. Now we are off to the zoo. This zoo has many wonderful creatures, and now you are one of them. As some of you may know, zoo is short for zoological. There are some who are zoological, and others who are the reverse, illusogical. The zoo certainly looks and sounds a little different at night. Do you hear that? Those are the birds flying overhead. A parrot, a parakeet, a vulture, a man in an unconvincing costume plummeting through the air. And over there is a grizzly bear having a midday snack. Oh look, here is the Zookeeper. I'll bet he has a poem for us, as all zookeepers do. I am a zookeeper. I keeps the zoo. The zoo is mine, and I am the zoo. Every day I tells the zoo, you are me, and I am you. The orangutans give me no respect, not one drop. But the lions, well, they understand me a whole lot. One of the lions is named Hector, and wears a magnificent bow on his head. I am very jealous of that bow, and therefore wish him dead. Sometimes I runs very fast to catch the bugs on my tongue. I am very big and strong, as I have done this since I was young. At night, I puts the zoo in a little box. Not one animal gets out, not even the sly fox. I don't let anyone else into the zoo. It is my zoo, and I am the zoo. It's been quite a while since I told you to breathe. I hope for the sake of myself and yourself that you've continued to do so. But now I will lead you in 3 more deep breaths. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Now I want you to imagine that you are a crocodile. You are green and pointy and have little stubby legs. You live with your best friends in a muddy river. Everyone thinks you're an alligator. It makes you so sick. Oh so sick. To calm down from this identity crisis, I want you to take 3 crocodile breaths. Repeat after me. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Very good. Imagine that you are a bird. You have colorful feathers of yellow, green, blue, and ochre. You soar over the land, seeing all that there is. You soar all. You soar over the land, seeing all that there is to see. A castle, a pine tree, a bottle cap. An old friend. Wave to him down below with your bird hand. You have hollow bones and could be crushed under a large boot at any moment. This terrifies you. Now take 3 bird breaths to calm down. Repeat after me. In and out. In and out. In once more, and out again. Now, imagine that you are an ape. You have 10 fingers and 10 toes. You have hair on the top of your head, if you're lucky, and you walk on 2 legs. You look into a mirror, and you are aware of yourself. This sickens you. Now, take 3 ape breaths to calm down. In and out. In and out. In and out. Well, it's time for the zookeeper to lock the zoo back in its box, and it's time for us to go to sleep. Thank you, truly, for listening to Good Night. You can find the show on Instagram at goodnightpok, or email us, which is to say me, at goodnightpok@gmail.com. That's POK as in Poughkeepsie. We, which is to say I, welcome all criticism, praise, suggestions, submissions, admonishments, and what have you, with great appreciation. The show will continue for 8 more minutes instrumentally, but this is where I leave you. From all of us, which is to say me, I hope that you have a good night. If you're dozing off, I'm here to tell you that this is the end of the show. If you'd like to keep listening to WVKR and its cool music, then I won't judge you too harshly. Have a good night.